We've reached a tipping point with citizens enduring taxation without representation except on the lowest levels of government. Special interests, to the contrary, enjoy limited taxation with maximum representation on all levels of government courtesy of their lobbying efforts. It's become apparent that our current centralized system is unsustainable. Therefore, the task falls to citizens to take advantage of their local governments to cause a realignment. The name for this movement is Bring Home the Politicians, which seeks to establish an e-Congress to relocate U.S. representatives to our local districts, U.S. senators to our state capitals, and state representatives and state senators to our city halls and courthouses to securely telecommute for no less than 75% of their terms to increase voter access and reduce lobbyist influence. The advantages of this idea include restoring the balance of power, putting citizens in charge of this country as originally intended. This ensures a nonpartisan solution favoring no political party since all need to be reined in. It's anti-lobbyist, forcing special interests to spend much of their budget on travel expenses and creates a large paper trail as they move from one congressman to the next. Where countless bills have failed, this will actually reduce corruption with citizens and local media in close proximity to elected officials filling the much-needed role of government watchdog. Being cost-effective is a major plus of an e-Congress with the immediate savings on congressional second homes, long-term stays at high-priced hotels, and constant travel expenses to and from D.C. And it dramatically improves national security by limiting the impact of a natural disaster or assault on D.C. now that a grid system of 51 is in place. Article 1, Section 4, Clause 2 reads, "The Congress shall assemble at least once in a year," meaning there is nothing keeping U.S. Congress in D.C. year-round. Article 1, Section 5, Clause 4 states, "Neither house during the session of Congress shall, without the consent of the other, adjourn for more than 3 days, nor to any other place than that in which the two houses shall be sitting." Therefore, U.S. Congress has the ability at any given time to change the location of where its meetings are held. Article 1, Section 5, Clause 2 proclaims, "Each house may determine the rules of its proceedings." This shows that both chambers of Congress can expand the definition of present to include present via telecommuting. State constitutions vary, with some providing steps on how to make this change to others that do not block implementation. The idea of an e-Congress seems far-fetched, but this idea was actually proposed to U.S. Congress on September 14, 2001 as a highly recommended security upgrade. The following is footage of a floor discussion regarding e-Congress from October 22, 2002.
Another area I feel worthy of discussion is the ability of Congress to communicate and possibly even conduct legislative operations remotely in the event of a major disruption. The House Administration Committee has held hearings on the feasibility of establishing an e-Congress for emergency situations, and I've introduced legislation to study this matter.
Unfortunately, e-Congress was dismissed using the excuse that Congress members couldn't be relied on to show up for votes and committee meetings if allowed to telecommute. But now, with our country facing incredible challenges, the time has come to rekindle the idea of an e-Congress and finally make it a reality. Stay tuned for future videos on what the day-to-day schedule of a congressman will look like under an e-Congress.